Hey everybody, welcome to BTA Fridays. I am going to take the entire month of July off, but I will be back soon with new, fresh episodes. But I got to have a summer. All right, I'll catch you guys soon. Welcome to BTA Fridays Breaking the Algorithm. I'm your host, Kelly Morgan. This is where indie authors stop chasing trends. We build strategy, visibility, and confidence. Around here, we don't follow the algorithm. We break it and put something better in its place. Let's get to today's episode. Hey everyone, Kelly here. Welcome to another episode of BTA Fridays Breaking the Algorithm. Here is where we break the algorithm and we put something better in its place. So, with it being still Black History Month, I wanted to talk about something that I think matters, and that is when you are an indie author and you're trying to grow on purpose. So, basically, visibility versus value. So, Black history is a great way that you can absolutely get visibility on your book. People are paying attention, people are looking for books and stories and creators to connect with. It's a real movement. And if you're an author of color, this can be a great entry point for you to really market your book strong. But here's the part that I don't want you to forget. Black History Month is the start. It's not the anchor, meaning you can use this month to begin the conversation, but if the entire marketing plan is it's Black History Month, buy my book, then you're going to drop off as soon as February ends, right? So the real question is how do you leverage your book from that month into long-term traction? How do you turn February attention into March momentum, right? How do you keep it going? And I'm not talking about doing anything corny, right? I'm talking about real strategy. I'm talking about positioning. I'm talking about giving people a reason to stay connected to your work after the month is over. And so here's a few ways that I want you to think about it. And then, if this resonates with you, then, use them because I like to think that the information that I'm providing is helpful to somebody. And this is stuff that I've tried. It's worked for me. And I always try to give you guys stuff in real time. I don't try to make things seem all shiny and, whatever. I really try to give you valuable information. So here's a few things that you could think about to kind of give yourself the traction and longevity after Black History Month is over. All right. First, and I've said this before, make sure that your book has an angle that can live past the calendar, right? Black History Month can be the backdrop, right? But what's the actual conversation part of, where does the conversation actually start, right? And think about it. Is it identity? Is it healing, family, community? Maybe you've got a coming of age story, or is it self-worth, love, belonging, workplace dynamics, colorism, mental health, friendship, survival, menopause, whatever? You want to lead with the theme and the reader experience, not the month itself. And we can tie it back to us as a culture. You can tie it back to your experiences as an author of color. You can tie it back to maybe if your characters are of color, whatever the story is, it doesn't matter. You can tie it back, but don't make it so that it's about the month. Like I said, lead with the theme and the reader experience, not the month. Okay. Because themes last, right? Obviously, months don't last. February is going to be over and it's the shortest month. So, the window of opportunity is there, but it will not last, right? So, second, treat February like a doorway, not the destination. So, this is the month where you get new eyes, right? But now, how do you keep those eyes, right? So, this could be a follow up post series that continues the conversation into March. It could be a simple email list sign up so that readers can stay connected. It can be a live Q&A or a short book discussion that pulls people in deeper than a quick scroll. It can be a reader question of the week that keeps people engaged going way past February. You're basically asking, if someone likes what they see this month, where do they go next? Right? Then third, Your content should build a bridge, not just make an announcement. So instead of, hey, it's Black History Month, buy my book, try these instead. Try something like, here's the question my book is asking, or here's the moment I wrote this for, or here's who I hope finds the story, or here's what I want readers to carry after the last page. This type of content creates connection. Connection turns into readers. Readers can turn into referrals, reviews, who knows, right? That reader connection will last past February. That's the goal. Fourth, make your marketing plan a 2-month plan. So if we're going to put all this energy into Black History Month, well, then don't waste it and disappear on March 1st, right? So decide right now, today, what you're going to be doing in March that keeps people engaged, because you want long-term traction. And if you do want long-term traction, then guess what, you guys? You have to plan for it. You can't just hope that people stick around because the messages in February were so stunning. You have to give them a reason to come back. Fifth, remember this: visibility doesn't equal value. Just because you get views doesn't mean that you're going to get readers. And just because you get likes does not mean you are going to get sales. You can still get attention and not build trust. Value is what makes people stay. Value is what makes people talk about the book to others. Value is what turns a moment into momentum. So yes, use Black History Month as a powerful start, especially if your book connects to the conversation people are already having this month. But don't treat it like the whole plan. Use it to open the door and then give people, give people a reason to walk through it and keep coming back. All the things that I talked about will be in the description so that if you want to try some of these marketing techniques, try them, right? But remember, when you are thinking about marketing, I like to think of it as the long game, right? I get, you want the immediate impacts, but a lot of marketing just doesn't work that way, right? People need to see things more than once before they buy. People need to see you more than once before they begin to trust you. This Black History Month is a great opportunity to maybe start discussions and look at your book from another angle that you may have not considered. But again, Black History Month is not the anchor. It is not the destination. It is a way to get new eyes. And then now your job is to stay engaged and keep those new eyes. And that, my friends, is how we begin to break that very pesky algorithm. All right, my laundry list of things before I let you go. As always, I have Authors Mic on Monday. Authors Mic is where I feature authors, or really anybody creative in the space. You don't have to be an author. You don't have to have your book published to come on the Authors Mic. You can go to the website, go to the Be a Guest tab, fill out the information. You're a guest. It's truly that easy. Love to share this platform with you. If you are on your writing journey, I have a guide on my website. It's called So You Want to Write a Book. It's free. I turned it into a flip book and it's a PDF as well, so you can download it. It's information that I think is going to be helpful as you're on your author journey, and information that I wish that I would have had. So I just find it useful. It's free. Go get it, download it. It is yours. If you are interested in supporting me as an author, I have 2 books. Wait for It, which is an audiobook and in print, and You Sound White, which is print. I sell them both myself from my website. I sign them. I've got some free goodies and I will ship them free of charge. But you know what? You can get them anywhere. No pressure. I always want to say that. I plug my books because I'm an author. That's what I'm supposed to be doing, y'all. But you know what? It is totally 100% up to you. And if you decide to buy the book, I so, so appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then lastly, if you are interested in joining our book club, Brightheaded Publishing has a book club. It's called the IRS, the Indie Reader Society. We only support indie authors. One of my goals for 2026 is to grow the book club. I would love to see it be big and robust and just have as many readers as we could possibly have, because you know what, y'all? We only support indie authors. So that being a reader supports that indie author, right? And then, of course, if you're an indie author, you can pitch us, right? So if you're thinking, how do I get my book in front of a book club? Well, you can pitch us. So go ahead and pitch us, and we might pick your book to read. All the information is on the website. So y'all, with this being almost the end of Black History Month, hopefully you've been using this as marketing to maybe start the conversation on your book, to maybe get new readers and make new connections and do collaborations. But remember, it is not the destination. It opens the door. All right, so that is all for this Friday on BTA. I will catch you next week. Remember, go out and make it a great day. It is Friday, y'all, and I will catch you next time.